32 years old, $26 billion net worth, then zero, then prison. Sam Bankman-Fried built the second-largest crypto exchange in the world, convinced everyone he was the good guy of crypto, and then stole $8 billion from his own customers. The craziest part? He did it while playing video games during investor meetings and sleeping on a beanbag in his office. This isn't ancient history. This happened 2 years ago. The trial just ended in 2024, and if you think you learned the lesson from scams like Bernie Madoff, this one will shock you. I'm Lena Brooks, and if there's one thing studying financial fraud teaches you, it's this. The people who look least like criminals are often the most dangerous. Sam Bankman-Fried, everyone called him SBF, wasn't your typical Wall Street villain. He didn't wear expensive suits, he wore cargo shorts and old t-shirts. He drove a Toyota Corolla. He talked constantly about effective altruism, making money to give it all away. He went to MIT, worked at Jane Street, one of the most prestigious trading firms in the world. Then in 2017, he discovered crypto and saw an opportunity. Not an opportunity to change the world, an opportunity to exploit a completely unregulated market where nobody was watching. In 2019, Sam founded FTX, a cryptocurrency exchange. Think of it like the stock market, but for Bitcoin and thousands of other digital coins. His pitch was simple. Crypto exchanges are sketchy. FTX will be different. We'll be the trustworthy one. And people believed him. He bought naming rights to the Miami Heat Arena. $135 million. He ran Super Bowl ads with Tom Brady and Larry David. He donated millions to politicians. Magazine covers called him the future of finance. By 2021, FTX was valued at $32 billion. Sam personally was worth $26 billion. At 29 years old, he was one of the richest people under 30 in the world. Everyone thought he was a genius. Investors threw money at him, celebrities promoted him, the media wrote glowing profiles. There was just one problem. None of it was real. Here's how FTX was supposed to work. You deposit money. FTX holds it safely. You trade crypto. You withdraw whenever you want. FTX takes a small fee. Simple. Here's how it actually worked. You deposit money. Sam immediately takes it and uses it for whatever he wants. FTX had a sister company called Alameda Research, Sam's personal trading firm. These were supposed to be completely separate companies. They weren't. Sam was taking customer deposits from FTX and moving them to Alameda to make risky bets. Billions of dollars that customers thought were sitting safely in their accounts were actually being gambled on crypto trades that kept losing money. And when Alameda lost money, Sam would just take more from FTX customers to cover it. At least $8 billion of customer money was missing. Some estimates say $10 billion. He wasn't just using it for trading. He bought $300 million in Bahamas real estate. He made $40 million in political donations. He funded luxury lifestyles for all his employees. This is the kind of fraud that makes Bernie Madoff look patient. Bernie carefully ran his Ponzi scheme for 20 years. Sam couldn't even make it 3 years before everything collapsed. While Sam was stealing billions, he and his inner circle were living like tech royalty in the Bahamas. They all lived together in a $30 million penthouse, 10 roommates, all top executives at FTX and Alameda, dating each other, making billion-dollar decisions while playing video games. Sam's girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, ran Alameda Research, the company stealing customer funds. She later testified that Sam directed her to take the money, that he knew exactly what was happening. Sam would take meetings with investors while playing League of Legends. He'd show up to congressional hearings looking like he just rolled out of bed. The messy hair, the video games, the casual attitude, it made him seem authentic, different from Wall Street guys in suits. Too weird to be corrupt. But here's the thing. Bernie Madoff wore expensive suits and looked successful. Sam wore shorts and played video games. Different costumes, same crime. In November 2022, everything collapsed in less than a week. A journalist published an article revealing that Alameda's balance sheet was mostly FTX's own cryptocurrency token. Basically, Sam was using monopoly money to pretend his company was solvent. People started withdrawing their funds. Fast. $5 billion in withdrawal requests in 3 days. Sam couldn't pay them because the money wasn't there. November 11, 2022, FTX filed for bankruptcy. Sam resigned. Customers were locked out of their accounts. $8 billion of customer money. Gone. Binance, the biggest crypto exchange, almost bought FTX to save it. They looked at the books for 1 day and backed out immediately. That's how bad it was. The entire empire collapsed in 72 hours. 1 month later, December 2022, Sam was arrested in the Bahamas, extradited to the U.S. His defense? He claimed he was just bad at business, didn't mean to steal $8 billion, just disorganized, made mistakes. The prosecution had receipts. Caroline Ellison testified against him. Text messages showed Sam discussing how to hide what they were doing. He'd taken over $2 billion personally. The jury deliberated for 4 hours. Guilty on all 7 counts: wire fraud, conspiracy, money laundering. March 2024, sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. At 32 years old, he'll be 57 when he gets out. And here's the gut punch. Over 1 million customers lost money. Teachers, nurses, young people who put their savings into crypto. People in developing countries who trusted FTX because their local banks were unreliable. Unlike Bernie Madoff's wealthy investors, most of these people won't get their money back. Crypto doesn't have FDIC insurance. When it's gone, it's gone. So what's the lesson? Sam and Bernie have the same playbook. Both had credibility, Bernie from NASDAQ, Sam from MIT. Both created trust through image. Bernie with his Wall Street pedigree, Sam with his good guy act. Both relied on people not asking questions. But here's what's scarier. Bernie's fraud took 20 years to collapse. Sam's took 3 years. Bernie was careful. Sam was reckless and obvious. And still, he stole $8 billion. If you want to see how Bernie ran his scheme for 2 decades, I broke down his entire $65 billion Ponzi operation. Link in the description. That video shows you the psychology that makes smart people stop asking questions. The real lesson from both cases? Verify everything. Whether it's a Wall Street legend or a crypto genius in cargo shorts, if someone's promising you easy money with no oversight, demand proof. Real proof. Third-party audits, segregated accounts, transparency. Because when there's no regulation, no insurance, no accountability, the risk isn't just losing money in a bad investment. It's having it stolen by someone who thought they were too smart to get caught. Right now, there's another 30-year-old building the next trustworthy platform in an unregulated space. Another Bernie Madoff earning credibility. Another scam being built. This channel exists to make sure you can spot them before they take your money. If you learned something today, hit subscribe. Because the best defense against getting scammed is knowing exactly how the scam works. Next video, we're covering Elizabeth Holmes and the $9 billion Theranos fraud. A scam so big, it fooled the U.S. military. You won't want to miss it. Don't get scammed, get educated.